All right, guys, Johnny Moe here, back with part 4 of the employee handbook, dealing with employees, part 4. Now, we left off on number 5, so we're going to go to number 6. Calling off is prohibited unless due to emergency, sickness, death, other documented emergencies, not showing up to work, and not calling is automatic dismissal. Calling off in a field where you only work like 8 months, it's very difficult. So we have a strict policy on this one. If you call off, things happen. People do get sick, and you need to call off. I understand that, but when it becomes consistent, we can't have you. If you're a sickly person, you got to call off a lot. You got a lot going on in your life. You got to be here. You got to be there. You got to do that. This isn't the profession for you. So we tell them up front. Calling off is prohibited unless, and redocument it. We say, listen, you have a funeral, you got to go to a funeral, get it. Mom's sick, got to take care of mom, get it, understand it. We still got to document it. The first time you call off, if you don't show up to work and you don't call, you're done. No questions asked. Listen, guys, this takes the emotion out of everything. This is just a written document, lets you know right up front. You know what you're doing. If you are going to be off the day and you can't even call, you don't want them working for you. That means they absolutely do not care about your company. They do not care about their job. You do not want these people working for you. Like I said in the first video, you may need to go through 40 to find 3. But listen, when you find someone who can adhere to these, you pay them. Listen, we pay our top guys. They're one of the highest paid landscapers in the town. What I did is I went to, a few of the landscapers, how much you paying? How much you paying? How much you paying? And we put them at the higher end of the scale. And we take care of these guys. And we want to make sure that when we find them, we want to keep them. We really do. All right. No questions asked. You call off is prohibited. Number 7, be professional, polite to all customers. I'm not going to go off on that. Obviously, ma'am, sir, thank you. Those kind of things go a long way. That goes a long way with, looking, neat in appearance, clean shaved, being polite. Man, that says a lot about your company. In this day and age, just being polite, using ma'am, sir, you don't know how many customers come out and say, I can't believe it, man. You don't get treated like that anymore. In this day and age, let me tell you something, guys. In this day and age, it is easy to beat your competition. Easy. Look better than them, talk better than them, and you can do just as good work as them, and you will beat your competition. It's plain and simple. It's a simple formula. All right, guys. Number 8. Number 8 is so important that you need to have it in your employee handbook because it destroys your business if you do not take care of it. Cell phone use is no longer to be used in the hours of operation. Emergencies only, or used when communication is necessary between employee and foreman. This includes texting. Cell phones can be used in smoke breaks and lunch breaks. Let me tell you something, guys. This one ticks me off. Since when is it your right to use your cell phone on my time? Absolutely a no-no. We do not allow it. That phone stays in the truck. If I catch you, I'm going to write you up. This is a huge problem we have in America. We think that we need to be accessible 24 hours a day to everybody and everything. Listen, we are the most unproductive people today because of these stupid cell phones. Listen, when it's time to go to work, go to work. Now I'm fired up. Now you got me on a rant. I tell them straight out the box, you want to get fired from here? Use your cell phone. Quickest way to do it. Texting. You always on the phone. Taking phone calls. Who in the world is that important that's got to see me or you 24? And what if there's an emergency that happens? It's called an answering machine. You can check your machine. You can check it, on your breaks, man. There's not that many emergencies that happen in life that's going to require you to be 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You're not that important. I don't care what you say. I'm so sorry, guys. It's so passionate because you lose so much time. This one time we were blowing leaves, and I blew out 3 sides of the house. And I'm like, where the freak is this guy at? So I go around the other side. Here he's sitting in the freaking corner with the blower on the ground, texting somebody. I walk up to him and say, what the freak are you doing? Oh, my girlfriend was texting me, and I had to get back to her. Well, what was she texting you about? Well, she wanted to know what time I was getting off. Listen, I ain't getting off till 10 o'clock at night the way you're working. Put that thing away. I institute it right away. I'll write you up. I don't care who you are. You're out. Sorry, guys. Number 9. All personal business will be handled unless given permission on personal time, not on company time. Again, back to the cell phone. Because you're accessible, you think you have the right to take care of your insurance bill on my time. I cannot stand. I've had employees sit in the truck and making a phone call. Hey, I just got to take this call real quick. I didn't have time to do it last night. Why? Why didn't you have time? You got off at 6 o'clock. What'd you do from 6 to 10? Oh, well, I just got to do this, got to do that. We work all the time. And I can't never get anything done. He spent 15 minutes trying to, pay this stupid phone bill that he could have did at home. No, you get written up. Now listen, I'm not trying to be a dick here. I'm just saying that you can't let this stuff go on. It adds up. The texting, the making the phone calls, handling their business on your time. This adds up. It's theft. You cannot let it go on. So I'm very, right up front, Mr. YouTube. Listen, all personal business will be handled. All personal business will be handled unless given permission on personal time, not on company time. We'll write you up for it. All right. That's self-explanatory. I don't want to go on too long about it, but I've had, you lose 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, and by the end of the week, they're on overtime making twice as much money as they should be making, and you're like, how did this happen? Then all of a sudden you bid a job in March, and you're doing it in June, and everyone's on overtime. You're not making any money. Listen, guys, this is why, right here, this is why we don't charge anything under $35. Because we're giving out bonuses. We're paying good wages. And this is why you can't do it. All right, let's get back. Back on point. Number 10. Work to be done with excellence. Sidewalk example, straight lines, etc. Rethink that if someone's hired you to do something or anything that you do in life, that you should do it with what we call excellence. Excellence doesn't mean you're perfect, but excellence means you're going the extra mile to make sure that the job is done right and the expectation that the customer has is being met. The sidewalk example is what we give is this. Like, say you ask your guy to go shovel a sidewalk. He has a 24-inch shovel, and so he goes barreling down the sidewalk. And it's a 30-inch sidewalk. He has a 24-inch shovel, and he goes down the sidewalk. He comes back. You say, hey, did you shovel that sidewalk back there? And he goes, yeah, I did. I shoveled it. So you go around there. Is it shoveled? Yeah. A 24-inch shovel went right down the center of the sidewalk, but he left 6 inches of snow on the sidewalk. What I'm saying is, let's go the extra mile. Let's shovel the whole sidewalk. Technically, was the shovel sidewalk? Yeah. But if you're going to do it with excellence, shovel the whole sidewalk. Another thing is, it doesn't take that much longer extra to go through a mulch bed, knock out all the mounds and make it flat. It only takes a few minutes extra. It doesn't take any longer to learn how to cut straight lines instead of squiggly lines. It's doing things with excellence. That's what we do. Now, here I want to explain this to you real quick. Hopefully I can get it done in this video. Every infraction comes with a written point value. Once you reach 12 points, you're automatically dismissed. Being late is 1 point. Bad attitude, 1 point. Smoking on equipment, 3 points. Not coming to work without informing, 12 points, automatic fire. Cell phone violation is 1 point, etc. So what happens? If I catch you on your cell phone, I write you up. How do I write you up? Here you go. This is the employee warning notice. You come late, date of warning, time of warning, employee name, job title, tardiness, mark it, comments. Down here, additional comments. We let them know what their bonus is after their tardiness. We also let them know where their raise is because of their tardiness or work performance. So what we do, say we catch them on their cell phone, we write them up. When we go back to the shop, they both sign, employee, employer. They sign it. By signing this notice, I, employee, acknowledge and understand this notice and will do what is necessary to correct the problem. So why we've done this employee handbook, I was having trouble figuring out how to fire someone, how long to keep them. So what I did is I came up with this system. It's 12 points. You know, if you're that jacked up and you got that many infractions in a year, 12 points, and it resets every year. It doesn't carry over. It doesn't like you get 3 points this year and it carries over. It resets every year. So this is how we do it. This has solved our employee problem. And what we have found is that we're keeping diamonds now. Because, see, if they can adhere to all this policy, these are people you want working for you. They're not doing drugs. They're coming on time. You know, they're out there. They're working hard for you. And I'm telling you guys, this works. You need to have an employee handbook. And plus, when it comes to when you end up firing them, you're not firing them out of emotion. They're not ticking you off one day. You've had a bad day. Your wife told you off, so you go outside. He comes late. All of a sudden, you're firing him. You're fired. Get off my property. No. It takes all the emotion out of doing business. Listen, this is your job. This is all you have to do to keep it. This is what you need to do to make more money. We want to pay you more. We want you to succeed in this, because if you succeed, we succeed. The more we succeed, the better your pay will be. Hands down. You know, you end up becoming friends with them, and you let them walk on you, and you give them too much leeway. And then at the end of the year, you're sitting at home. You know, they've got paid, they've got their raises, and you didn't make as much money because you weren't strong enough as a leader to set expectations on them. And, you know, you can't expect something that you don't inspect. You know, so we give them a set of rules. This is what we want you to do. This is how we do things here. It's a very simple process, man. I mean, listen, man. In 20 years, I ran into some real knuckleheads as employees. So these sheets are born out of literally knuckleheads. I've seen and been through so many guys that it's just like I'm not gonna say I've seen it all, but man, I've seen a lot. So this is what we do. This is an employee handbook. You know, set up a benefit package, do what you need to do, and listen, guys. I know I ranted a lot in these videos, but I'm passionate about it. Been doing this for 20 years. I know how to keep employees, and you got to weed out the bad ones quick, or you'll lose money in this business. So understand this. Come up with an employee package. Bring out some benefits. Well, I don't make enough to do benefits. Listen, if you're not making enough to do benefits, stop charging $25 to cut lawns. All right? All right, here we go, guys. So this is it. This is the last video. I hope you enjoyed this series. I've enjoyed making this series. I'm hopeful that this is adding value to your business. Listen, if you'll do these things, you will be making $250,000 in no time. Literally. If you will do these things that I'm telling you to do, your business will succeed. This is it, guys. Last video on this series. I want to talk to you coming up real soon, probably Sunday, tomorrow, or Monday, on something very personal, and I want you guys to be included in on it. I want to tell you something I've been going through. Went to the doctors here recently. I want to explain to you what's going to be happening going forward. I'm 40 years old, so I had to go to the doctor. I was sick last week, and I want to talk to you. It'll be a little bit off topic in the business realm, but it's something very personal, and I want to share it with you. So keep an eye open for my next video. It's going to be a personal video and something I want you guys to be involved with me. Guys, have a great day.